Good evening. We welcome you all to the Veena Arangetram of Aparna Sainath. We begin today's evening with an invocation by Advik Nagaraj Rao, Joshnika Fani Sapati, and Shivamsi Sapati.
We should put it on the stage, maybe. Yeah. Come on, come this way. No. मूषकवाहनमोदकहस्त चामदकर्णविलम्बितसूत्र वामनरूपमहेश्वरपुत्र विघ्नविनायकपादनमस्ते गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सरस्वती नमोस्तुते शुक्लविद्यास्वरूपिणी त्रायिमां देव देवेशी सर्वविद्यास्वरूपिणी ज्ञानं देहि जयं देहि देषु यशशिवे भोगं मोक्षं च देहि मे वाग्वादिनी क्षमा श्वेतपद्मासनस्तत्त्वं शुक्लभक्तहृदयवासिनी तं देवी सर्वमङ्गला त्रायिमां सर्वदाम्बिके साहित्यसङ्गीतशास्त्रकला शिल्पज्ञानदायिनी वाचस्पतित्वं भारतीत्वं भक्तकल्याणकारिणी कवित्वसर्वज्ञत्वप्रदायिनी त्वं सर्वरक्षास्वरूपिणी रक्तबीजचण्डमुण्डा तुम्बनिसिंहसंहारिणी अद्भुतचरित्र पूर्णाम्बा प्रकाशितं सरस्वतीस्तवनिदं पठेन्नरः नित्यशः आयुर्व्यस्यति सर्वज्ञत्व कवित्व सम्पद्रक्षा मोक्षं च लभते.
Well done, all of you. I now request Dr. R. Saraswati Sainath, Founder Director of Vidyasthanam, to deliver the welcome address.
Bonsoir. Vidyasthanam, école de musique, de culture et de langue indienne, a démarré le 16 janvier 2015 à Chennai, en Inde. L'école offre des cours en personne et en ligne pour la veena, la musique et les langues indiennes telles que le sanskrit et le tamil. En plus de la musique et des langues, les Védas, la Bhagavad Gita et d'autres textes philosophiques indiens sont enseignés de manière traditionnelle. Outre l'enseignement, l'école organise également des séminaires et des ateliers sur la culture indienne. L'école a été enregistrée sous le nom de lieu de connaissance. L'école a des étudiants au Canada et en Inde. Aujourd'hui, je suis extrêmement heureuse de vous accueillir au Veena Arangetram, qui est le spectacle de fin des études de Aparna Sainath. La veena est l'un des instruments de musique le plus populaire de l'Inde. L'instrument est vénéré comme étant de nature divine et censé apporter des auspices. La veena est surtout jouée dans la musique classique de l'Inde du Sud, appelée musique carnatique. Cette musique comprend des chansons écrites par des compositeurs sur divers dieux et déesses de l'hindouisme sur une mélodie appelée ragam et un rythme appelé talam. Un artiste veena masculine est appelé vainika et un artiste féminin est appelé vainiki. Ils sont accompagnés par des percussionnistes jouant des instruments tels que le mridangam, le ghatam et le ganjira. Aparna, élève de 3e secondaire au Vincent Massey Collegiate de Montréal, apprend cet instrument depuis l'âge de 4 ans. Son travail acharné et son engagement envers cette forme d'art l'ont amené à ce niveau et nous sommes heureux d'écouter sa performance aujourd'hui. Autre la Veena, Aparna est également formée à la musique vocale. Elle se produit régulièrement pour la Bharatiya Sangita Sangam à Montréal, ainsi que des divers événements de Vidyasthanam. Elle se produit au temple Durgai Amman de Montréal. Elle est la première élève de Vidyasthanam à donner son Arangetram. Nous lui souhaitons le meilleur et nous aspirons à ce qu'elle continue cette forme d'art dans les années à venir et qu'elle atteigne les lauriers. Aujourd'hui, elle est accompagnée par M. Karthik Narayanan au Mridangam, M. Sriram Balasubramanian au Ghatam et M. Aditya Krishnan au Ganjira. Nous sommes heureux d'accueillir l'invité principal, M. Sheshakamal Iyengar, fondateur de l'école de danse et de musique Swarakamalam, Montréal, ainsi que les invités d'honneur, M. Mukundayar Rajamuni, trésorier Bharatiya Sangita Sangam Montréal, et Mme Franca Cristiano, directrice Vincent Massey Collegiate Montréal. Je vous souhaite à nouveau la bienvenue et un excellent concert. Merci. Good evening. Vidyasthanam School of Indian Music, Culture and Languages was started on 16 January 2015 in India, Chennai. The school offers in-person and online classes for Veena, music and Indian languages such as Sanskrit and Tamil. In addition to music and languages, Vedas, Bhagavad Gita and other Indian philosophical texts are taught in the traditional way. Besides teaching, the school also conducts seminars and workshops in Indian culture. The school has been registered under the name Lyud Connaissance. The school has students in Canada and India. Today, I am extremely pleased to welcome you all to the Veena Arangetram, which is the graduation performance of Aparna Sainath. The Veena is one of the most popular musical instruments of India. The instrument is revered as divine in nature and is believed to bring auspiciousness. The Veena is mostly played in South Indian classical music called Carnatic music. The music comprises of songs written by composers on various gods and goddesses of Hinduism, set in a melody called ragam and a rhythm called talam. A male Veena artist is called a Vainika and a female artist is called a Vainiki. They are accompanied by percussionists playing instruments such as mridangam, ghatam and ganjira. Aparna, a secondary 3 student of Vincent Massey Collegiate Montreal, has been learning this instrument since the age of 4. Her hard work and commitment to this art form have brought her to this level, and we are happy to listen to her performance today. Besides the Veena, Aparna is also trained in vocal music. She performs regularly for the Bharatiya Sangita Sangam Montreal and also at the various events of Vidyasthanam. She has performed at the Durgai Amman Temple, Montreal. She is the first student of Vidyasthanam to give her Arangetram. We wish her all the best and we aspire that she continues this art form in the years to come and achieves laurels. Today, she is accompanied by Mr. Karthik Narayanan on the Mridangam, Mr. Sriram Balasubramanian on the Ghatam, and Mr. Aditya Krishnan on the Ganjira. We are happy to welcome the chief guest, Mr. Sheshakamal Iyengar, founder of Swarakamalam School of Dance and Music Montreal, and guests of honor, Mr. Mukund Iyer Rajamani, treasurer, Bharatiya Sangita Sangam Montreal, and Ms. Franca Cristiano, principal, Vincent Massey Collegiate Montreal. I welcome you all once again, and I wish you a great concert. Thank you.
Thank you for that warm welcome. Before we begin the program, please note that no food nor drink is allowed within the Piccolo Teatro. Please keep your phones on silent and turn off your flash photography so as not to distract the musicians. Please also note that we have Jean, our wonderful photographer, somewhere in the void, here with his camera for the live stream for those who could not make it in person. When moving about, please try not to block the camera. Thank you and enjoy the performance. Wow. What a fantastic performance tonight. I am very proud of you, Aparna, for this amazing feat, and congratulations on achieving this major milestone in your musical journey. We are happy to have with us Mr. Shesha Kamalayangar, founder and director of Swara Kamalam School of Bharatanatyam. Mr. Shesha Kamalayangar began his tutelage in Bharatanatyam under Mrs. Saraswati Tyagarajan and Nritya Rani, Mrs. Kalpalata Filto, at Pili Arpana. He furthered his studies in Bharatanatyam at La Fondation Kala Bharati, Montreal. After his Arangetrams in 1989 and 1991, he went on to learn Bharatanatyam and Natvanganam from other gurus such as Mr. U.S. Krishna Rao, Mrs. Vasundhara Dorasamy, Mrs. Nandini Ishwar, in India to name a few. He received the title Natya Mail in 1992 in India for his clear expressions and excellent footwork. Mr. Shesha Kamal is also a Vainika of the Mysore style. He began learning Veena from his mother, Mrs. Champaka Srinivasan, then with Mrs. Indira Ramaswamy in Montreal, and later in Mysore, India, under Mrs. S. Leela. He also learned with Mrs. Prabhavati Ganesan in recent years. He has been running Swara Kamalam since 2001, where he teaches the Mysore style of Veena and the Pandanallur style of Bharatanatyam. We request Mr. Sainath to felicitate Mr. Shesha Kamal Iyengar. Please come on stage. Ooh, okay, one sec. Okay. We now request Mr. Shesha Kamal Iyengar to say a few words. Sorry.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and namaskaram to everybody. Congratulations, Saraswati ji and Sainath ji, and especially Aparna, congratulations. Doing an Arangetram is not an easy feat, and takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to go in front of a bunch of audience, working so hard. So especially with your parents, your mother actually being your own guru, her heart was in her hands, you know, making sure, guiding you on and everything. Very proud of you. Being a Veena artist is also not easy. It's not one of the most common instruments anymore, because it is difficult. It's got an interesting temperament and everything. But very proud of you on your work that you've done. There's a lot more to learn. An Arangetram is not an end, but yet just the beginning stepping stone. Your Arangetram is your debut to where you actually start, and you now see the fruits of what you can actually, music will now evolve. You'll see it in different levels, where it even comes to accompaniment of orchestras and dance and different things, and you'll see how much it actually opens up a new world to you. So please continue to practice, hone your skills, perfect, listen to a lot of music, attend a lot of kacheris, vocal, instrumental, many different styles and everything like that, to open your horizons and everything, and definitely to listen to different banis and techniques and everything, which will make you see the wonders of what music and art has to give. Congratulate you again on to everything that you've done. I'd like to speak a little bit about the orchestra. Sri Karthik Narayan is actually not new to me, and it was lovely to hear him actually live on stage, and to know that you're back in Montreal. Welcome back. So, congratulations, very good. On Gautam, very nice to see and meet actually. Shri Ram Balasubramaniam, lovely to hear you. Thank you very much. And of course, on Ganjira, Aditya Krishnan, congratulations, beautifully done, very, very well. I won't hold you so much more longer, but again, congratulations. And practice is a beautiful thing to do and everything. Enjoy it and everything. And keep working with your mom. It's really good. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you very much. We have as a guest of honor today, Mr. Mukund Iyer Rajamani. Mr. Mukund Iyer had his early training in Carnatic music from late Mrs. Vagishwari in Hyderabad. After a brief hiatus, he learned with Dr. Mrs. Usha Srinivasan and recently from Dr. Subha Narasiya, a disciple of Sangeeta Kalanidhi Neduneri Dr. Sri Krishnamurti. Drawing from experiences in classical, light classical, bhajans, ghazals, fusion, and classic rock, Mr. Mukund seeks to enjoy divine art in every form. Other than music, Mr. Mukund Iyer enjoys teaching youngsters with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in focus. Mr. Mukund Iyer has a master's in mechanical engineering and is a business management graduate by qualification, and is currently pursuing the role of a product owner in the domain of scientific computing. We request Mr. Sainath to felicitate Mr. Mukund Iyer Rajamani.
Thank you very much for coming. And
thank you very much. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please say a few words.
Thank you. Bonsoir. C'est un honneur pour moi de prendre la parole lors de cet événement important, très important pour Aparna. I'll now speak in English. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate you, Aparna, once again for your Arangetram. As Sesha has mentioned, it takes a lot of courage to do, and it takes a lot of will to finish an Arangetram. It's like a challenge, and I must commend you for an excellent performance that you've accomplished today. I stand here amidst this audience where there are several accomplished people in the field of classical music and dance. And as a person, I think I'm relatively, I have a limited knowledge and depth. To that extent, I'll keep my speech brief. Thank you very much, Saraswati ji and Sainath ji, for inviting my family for the event today. Aparna, the most important people in your life are your family, and especially your parents, who have taken several pains to get you to this level. As a parent myself, I can totally relate and understand the effort that it takes to show a path. And also the joy to watch one taking the path, and foray new paths forward. So I hope to see you taking this graduation ceremony not as a culmination, but most importantly as a beginning to this wonderful landscape in front of you to discover for yourself. Next, I want to thank your Guru and Mother, Saraswati ji, Tyagaraja writes, Guruleka Yatuvanti Guniki Teliyakapodu, which loosely translates, you're pretty much directionless without your guide. The journey that you have taken your student is very commendable. Thank you. Veena as an instrument has been popularized in Carnatic by several great artists. We've had the pleasure of having many artists, Vainikas, perform at Montreal. And our chief guest, Sri Sheshakamal Iyengar, is a very accomplished Vainika himself. Let me talk about the concert a bit. You've covered, 13 songs, all the known composers, all the beautiful ragas. You talked about Devi Niye Tune. You talked about you played Sabhapatiki, Veru Daivam in Abogi. Story goes that Gopalakrishna Bharati, the composer, came to visit Tyagarajar, and he heard Tyagarajar's students singing in Abogi, and Tyagarajar went to the river to take a bath. Then he came back and said, "Have you composed anything in Abogi?" And Gopalakrishna Bharati says, "Yes, I have. While you were at your bath, I heard your students sing something in Abogi, and I composed Sabhapatik Vera Devam." Right? So that's the story, of this. Devi Niyatune, Kiravani, Kiravani evokes a lot of emotion, joy, pain, so beautifully, so it's such a beautiful kriti. I must take this time, the concert wouldn't be a success without the camaraderie of your accompanists. I would like to definitely congratulate the team of your artists, Karthik Naranji, Sriramji, and Aditya for such a wonderful support, accompaniment, Lastly, I have no doubt in my mind that we as a community play a very important part in encouraging the art. In the capacity as a member of a non-profit charitable organization, dedicated to promoting classical art, I'm aware that, the youngsters like yourself only will help bring this art to the fore, help and flourish this art. Okay, I want you to grow and ensure that we have more Vainikas and Vainikis from Montreal, from Quebec, from Canada. Make this a place of pride. Once again, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you carve a name for yourself as a talented and sought after Vainiki. Thank you. Merci, bonsoir.
Thank you very much, sir. As our second guest of honor, we have Ms. Franca Cristiano, Principal of Vincent Macy Collegiate, Montreal. We request Dr. Ad Saraswati Sainath to felicitate Ms. Franca Cristiano.
Hello, thank you for coming.
Vidyasthanam offers 4 levels of Veena and vocal music to the students. After completing each level, students receive the titles of Bala, Matangi, Vani, and Saraswati. Today, Aparna has completed level 4 of Veena, and in this connection, she is given the title of Veena Saraswati. We request Ms. Franca Cristiano to give the Level 4 Completion Certificate and Arangetram Certificate to Aparna Sainath.
Read the certificate. This is the certificate.
Never mind. Try and read it. The mic.
Yeah. And this is a certificate that we give from the school. This is to certify that Aparna Sainath Padinjar has completed the level 4 of Veena course offered by the school. She can present a full-fledged Carnatic concert. She has the skills to perform kirtanas embellished with alapanam, ragam, tanam, pallavi, nirabal, and kalpanaswaras. She is also trained to perform along with percussion instruments. In this connection, she is given the title Veena Saraswati. Please do. And the school gives a memento to Aparna for completing her Arangetram.
Thank you very much. I now request Aparna Sainath to say a few words.
When my mother first said that I'll be doing an Arangetram, I was filled with emotion. I was shocked, curious, scared, and excited. At the beginning, it was easy since I was in school and had a bunch of homework, resulting in me only being able to practice for 2 hours a day and more on the weekends. Once my exams were over and summer had begun, practicing was the only thing I did. I would wake up, have breakfast, go down to practice, have lunch, take a break, go back down to practice, and then head to bed. As time went on, I was getting tired of it, and I was getting unmotivated. But my parents, sister, and our cat always encouraged me and told me that everything I worked for will be worth it and that eventually it will end well, for which I am very grateful for. In the end, my parents were right. When I asked myself if this entire Arangetram was worth it, I can 100% say yes, especially with that big certificate in my hands. A big thank you to the person who was my guru and Amma for your guidance, encouragement, and patience. I would like to thank my father for all his guidance, support, constructive criticism, and organization at every stage of this Arangetram. Thank you very much, Appa. Without your encouragement and support, this would not have been possible. I would like to also thank my sister for her faith, help, and support at every stage. Thanks, Ka. I would like to thank Karthik uncle, Sriram uncle, and Aditya uncle for their assistance. Finally, thank you everyone and for joining me on this great day.
We now request Ms. Usha Rajagopalan to felicitate Dr. R. Saraswati Sainath. We would like to thank Mr. Karthik Narayanan for playing the mridangam today. Mr. D. Karthik Narayanan is the son and disciple of renowned percussionist Mr. T.R. Dandapani and has been learning mridangam since the age of 4 and has been performing regularly with him. He received a Child Prodigy Award in 1994 at the age of 5. He performed at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in front of the then President of India. He has performed at the inaugural function of the 5th Asia Pacific Week in Germany, Austria, China, and at the Jazz Mandu Festival in Nepal, to name a few, and has accompanied eminent musicians. Mr. Karthik is currently working as a senior product manager, in a multinational corporation in Montreal. We request Mr. Sainath to felicitate Mr. Karthik Narayanan. Now we would like to thank Mr. Sriram Balasubramanian for playing the Gattam today. Mr. Sriram Balasubramanian underwent training with Ramanathapuram Kandasamy Pillai, a disciple of the legendary Palani Subramanya Pillai. He has also learned under Trichy Shankaran. Mr. Sriram has accompanied various artists in Dubai, Muscat, and Toronto. In addition to the Gattam, Mr. Sriram also plays the Mridangam and the Ganjira. He works as a senior manager in a technology company and works in Toronto. We request Mr. Sainath to felicitate Mr. Sriram Balasubramanian. We thank Mr. Aditya Krishnan for playing the Ganjira. Mr. Aditya Krishnan hails from a family of musicians. He has been learning the art of Mridangam and Ganjira from his guru, Mr. T.R. Dandapani, for more than 20 years. He has performed in numerous concerts with him and has accompanied various artists in other concerts. He has been learning Carnatic music from his grandfather, Brahmashri G. S. Vishwanatha Bhagavatar, since childhood and plays the harmonium. Mr. Aditya currently works as a resource specialist with the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation in Toronto. We request Mr. Sainath to felicitate Mr. Aditya Krishnan. We now request Mr. Sainath to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank all of you for coming here and making this Arangetram a great success. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Aparna, for the wonderful performance. I'm really proud of you. Aparna's performance would not have been possible without the training from her guru and mother, Mrs. Saraswati. Thank you very much, Saraswati. I would like to personally thank the accompanying artists, Mr. Karthik Narayanan, Mr. Sriram Balasubramanian, and Mr. Aditya Krishnan for their awesome performance today and their support and encouragement to Aparna. Mr. Seshakamalji, Mr. Mukundji, and Ms. Franca, me and my family are grateful to you for accepting our invitation and for your valuable words and encouragement to Aparna. Kudos to the support staff at LDV, namely Mrs. Milva Francini, Ms. Francine, Mr. Robert Lamar, Nick and Sebastian for the technical assistance. I would like to thank Mr. John of Gallo Nero Bistro and Mr. Kumaresan of Tanjai Restaurant for the catering. Mr. John Bernard, thank you very much for the photography, video, and live streaming. I would like to thank many of my friends who have helped us in coming to this stage, in helping us make this event a success. And I have to name some of them. Mr. Uday Kumar and Siva Pragasam, Dr. Kiran Kumar Sapati, Mr. Karthik Rao, and there is Mr. Karthik Cheruk, Mr. Praveen, Mr. Srivatsa. Mr. Praveen and Srivatsa did most of this decoration you see here. Mr. Aditya Gupta, thank you very much for helping us provide accommodation for some of the guests. I would also like to thank Mrs. Vishnupriya and her mother for helping us do that part of the decorations. Thank you very much. I apologize if I have missed any names. Thank you all once again. We conclude today's program with a Vedic prayer, and please join us for some light refreshments in the adjacent room. The refreshments will be, there'll be boxed refreshments as well in case some of you wish to take away. Please join us, or for the others who would like to bless Aparna and join us and chat with us, you're most welcome. Thank you very much again.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.